for Chris Canty today. Evan Cohen with you. You missed the first half hour of our show. Shame on you. You've got a lot of conversation about the Giannis trade rumors, as well as the Cleveland Browns making a hire at head coach with Todd Monken. In addition, you have also been made aware that Smalls lost her phone.
Yep.
We then asked people to just randomly call her phone. We did not give out her phone number, so those who knew her number. We set the over-under at missed calls at 9.5. I took the over. The final tally?
It depends on how we're tallying it. Is it calls in totality, or is it people who called?
Calls in totality.
Then definitely we hit the over. Because Rob called me like 6 times, 36 times.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's
Where was it?
Where was it?
I think I
Good
left
question.
it in hair and makeup. Because Anita found it. Anita procured the old girl.
Well, luckily for you, you have another one, a pink
Here
flip
she is.
phone. You don't have to show your phone to everybody.
Well, I mean, it's just a standard
It's just a
iPhone.
phone.
Nothing special about it.
Yeah. All right.
Now you can use your new charger that you were so excited about.
Actually, this charger is very cool. I'm going to show it to you, Courtney, and to our audience here. Evan got one, and we were a little jealous. But you just post your phone up on it, props it up, and it charges it. And you can see the front
Smallest
of it.
thing, somehow the magnetic phone charger was just invented this morning because when she got it, she doesn't realize that it's been around for a while. But anyway.
I don't use technology like that.
Clearly. All right, so we talked about the Browns and hot mess that they have become. Yeah, the Jets are a disaster.
But that's an evergreen statement.
No, but this one, dare I say, this one feels a little different because Aaron Glenn gets the job a year ago. He's a former Jet. He worked his way up. And I said, you said, CC said, we all said, good move. Let him breathe. Don't put your fingerprints all over this team. If you're Woody Johnson, the owner of the team, right away, don't try to get involved. Let him breathe for 3 years. Let him put his systems in. Let him put the people in. Let him get the discipline in. Stop putting the immediate pressure, like as if the Jets have a roster that can win. Right? We were very defensive on his behalf. Well, since then, he's fired everybody on his staff.
No, literally everybody.
I mean, literally everyone on his staff. So right now, the Jets have vacancies at offensive coordinator, passing game coordinator, quarterbacks coach, defensive line, linebackers, assistant defensive backs, and 2 defensive assistant positions. They hired a guy, Brian Duker, I believe his name is, from the Dolphins, who worked with Aaron Glenn in Detroit. But Glenn is going to call plays. Nuno Miguel Barrera Teixeira, a Giants fan, was all interested, rightfully so, in his former defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, potentially getting that job.
Right.
And there was some good buzz, like, okay, the Jets are stepping up their game here. He was at Michigan last year. And Nuno, to your knowledge, what happened with your guy Wink here?
So apparently they had all these conversations. Wink flew into the city this past weekend. I guess finalized the deal. He had his staff, ready to go. And then he was told, oh, you'll be the DC, but you're not calling plays. I'm going to handle calling plays, which apparently wasn't a conversation they had ever up until the point he landed in New York City.
Okay, now I'm setting – this is a big setup because it's needed. I'm setting this up with now the other thing where Damian Woody, a former Jet, ESPN NFL analyst the other day, threw out there the idea of why not just clean house at this point. Now – I don't like that for Aaron Glenn. The exact tweet is, so the Jets fired damn near the whole staff. Why not just wipe the slate clean at this rate? Smalls, Courtney, what is going on here? And are you concerned about this franchise more than you normally are in terms of the dumpster fire that the Jets have yet again become?
So yesterday, Courtney, you described Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer. I believe you said, correct me if I'm wrong, it was potentially the snubbiest snub of all time, right?
Correct.
Is this the jettiest jet move that we've seen in a minute?
They had a butt fumble. They had Sal Alosi, the training guy, tripping a player on the field.
Okay, but let's just take a step back, though, and look at what's happened in the NFL over the past couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. We had the most insane NFL head coaching hiring cycle that we've had in a minute. We had guys like Mike Tomlin walk away. We had guys like John Harbaugh and Kevin Stefanski become available. We had all these different people, Mike McCarthy. We had Rob Saleh. We were talking about Mike McDaniel maybe finding a new home as a head coach. Obviously, he lands with the Chargers. But you had a lot of very impressive names that were out there to be had. And the Jets were saying, no, we believe in Aaron Glenn. We believe in this vision. We have have a plan. But then the plan is to what? Fire everybody and say whatever the plan was last season that you were so steadfast in believing in, really you don't believe in at all, and you're going to completely wipe the slate clean and reboot it moving forward? How in any way does that make sense? And how in any way, if you're a Jets fan, can you have 1 ounce of confidence in this organization, your head coach, and the front office?
They keep firing people. And obviously, I think you have to stop at a certain point because you run out of coaches to fire. But Evan, I think that if my math is correct, there are 8 openings right now. And yesterday they announced 5 names that they brought in to interview for the offensive coordinator position. So Darrell Bevell has been around. He's been in Detroit. He's been in Miami. He and Aaron Glenn have overlap. Ronald Curry, Frank Reich, who I know you love.
It's not that I love. I just think he made sense for the Eagles. But yes, go ahead.
For sure. But obviously a respected name.
Yeah.
And there's 2 others. So there's 5 offensive coordinator openings, or five candidates for the offensive coordinator opening, and they're just getting started here. Look. The combine is 3.5 weeks away, just about under a month. And you pretty much have to have your coaching staff in place before you go to Indianapolis and kickstart the path towards free agency. They've created more work for themselves unnecessarily, but I also think it shows about Aaron Glenn and his ability to build a staff in year 1 that completely failed, that shouldn't give Jets fans any trust in this guy that he can do it right this time around. Most staffs in year 1 don't look great, but they usually don't look this bad to where you're firing everyone more or less at this point of the offseason. And it wasn't like they did this. Remember, they were out. Nobody needs a reminder on that. They were out. They played week 18 like everybody else that wasn't in the playoffs, and they started their Black Monday, the Monday after the season ended, Monday after week 18. Why did it take this long to announce all of these firings? And yes, contracts run out however many days after the season ends. About 10 days after, that's when contracts that are set to expire. Nobody was there under an expiring contract. You could have done this so much earlier in the process to open up yourself to other candidates that probably went somewhere else in the meantime. You're playing catch up here. So as much as I like Damian Woody's idea of cleaning house because I feel like they need to, they can't. They can't. They missed their window to do that. If they were going to do that, they were doing that the Monday after week 18 and taking the L and saying, look, there's 3 players who are accounting for 30% of our salary cap next year that aren't on our roster that we're going to be paying, and we're going to be dealing with a brand new coaching staff. If there was any time to do it, they missed the window to do it, and it's going to be an even bigger, what do we call it, the jettiest Jets thing that they could have ever done, Michelle?
Yeah.
Well, but I've said the entire time, and I reiterated moments ago, 3 years, then I'll evaluate Aaron Glenn. 3 years, I'm going to give him time. I'm going to let him build this thing up. I'm going to let him install his discipline and his way of coaching, etc. Then I'll evaluate after 3 years. Am I wrong? Do we need to change that to 2 years? Because we're doing it after 1 year now, basically.
But they're giving you reason to.
What did you see from him this year outside of the one clip that we keep showing of him dancing on the sideline, a throwback to his player days? What is the one good memory you have of Aaron Glenn throughout this entire season?
Listen,
it was
nothing.
An abject failure. And I'm usually not a proponent for firing coaches after 1 year. He won the press conference when he was hired. He has done nothing since then. I don't have any confidence that he's going to be able to get these hires right.
Unfortunately, he has led many people to do that, and my lasting memory of the Jets season this year with Aaron Glenn is one that doesn't happen often for me. I don't usually start laughing as if I'm at a comedy show during a game, but watching that last game they played against the Patriots, and they had a fake punt twice in the same drive, and I audibly laughed out loud because they actually fake punted twice on the same drive, which I had never seen before. The first one worked, obviously, because they got to a second one. The second one, needless to say, did not work. I started laughing out loud, and I said, this can't be real. 2 fake punts on the same drive. Wild. Absolutely wild. Well, NFL offseason hasn't officially started yet, right? We're not there yet, but could it look a lot like last year's offseason? We will get to that next. We're on Sportsmanlike.